everyone, good evening, welcome to the class, to your own channel 8th, 9th and 10th, welcome everyone. Good evening everyone, good evening Suraj, Shraddha, Gungun, Charvi, Bhagya, Disha, good evening, Rishabh, Aditi, Fenil, good evening everyone, good to see you, all of you here. Vartika, Papya, hi. Hi Yashrat. Hi everyone, good evening, welcome to the class. How are you all? Few of you were there with us in our class 9 and now you are all here with us. Good evening Divya. Yes Bala, hi, good evening. Shreyanshi. Great, so let's quickly start our session. It's a very interesting session, right? So we have some of the important critical questions of the chapter Our Environment. Yesterday we had that session, right? So I'm sure we will be doing it really very quickly, right? Hi Nitin Kumar, hi Suman, hi Himani. You're coming after a very long time, I believe. Yes. Hi Sriram. Excited? Let's quickly claps for all our homework rock stars, right? Hi Sonam. It's okay, Disha. You can do it after some time. All the best, Rishabh, right? So let's quickly take the names of the homework rock stars, right? So we have Shraddha, then we have Fenil, Diksha, Nikesh, Gungun, Preetam, Charvi, Prakhar, Parakar. We have Nikki, Aditi, Anshita, and we have Charvi, the other Charvi, right? We have two Charvis in our class. Then we have Manjeet. And yeah, we have Yashrat. Yes, so congratulations to each one of you and you did amazing, right? The answers are of course right on the point. That's a good thing. So let's quickly start everyone our session and here we go. Good evening everyone. Tomorrow is your pre-board. All the best. All the best, Sriram. Raj, we don't have Menti but we have amazing questions, so we'll be looking into that. Hi Bijoy, hi Lakshya, hi Tanvi. Hi Shika. Hi Lalit. I'm good. How are you all? Okay everyone. On that note, Papya, let's not say that. Let's be very kind to each other, right? Let's start our session everyone. Here we have the very first question and it's a very easy session. So I want you to be super active in the chat box and focusing on the content and not talking to each other, right? Don't fight in the chat box. Right, we are here for some time, so let's put our energy into something which is really very good for all of us, that is learning, right? That's a reason why you are here with us, so that we can learn something new. Okay, on that note everyone, let's start with the very first question. Here we go everyone, and I want you to be super active. Very first question, define ecosystem. Yes? Hi Lasha, hi Lavanya, hi Sarthak. What is ecosystem? Can you define ecosystem very quickly, Fenil? Okay, I can see the thumbs up. What is ecosystem? Super easy, right? I'll give you a hint. It's an interaction of two different components, right? Two different components that actually are there and it's really very important. We've just discussed it yesterday. Hi, Bhavya. Yes, interaction. Very good, Suman. It's the interaction of the biotic and the abiotic components, the living and the non-living components. Once we'll see the interaction of these in a system, of course, we have the ecosystem, right? So here we have the answer with us. In an ecosystem, we will see the two important components. We have the biotic components, the living components, and the abiotic components, the non-living components like air, rock, etc. And of course, if you have to define ecosystem, you can mention that an ecosystem is a structural and a functional unit of nature comprising of the interaction between the biotic and the abiotic components. If you write that there's an interaction of living and the non-living components, it works fair. But if you are in class 10th, right, so I would encourage you to use a word like biotic and abiotic, right? These are the more mature words to say living and non-living things, right? We usually say non-living and living things whenever you're in primary classes. So let's use the word biotic and the abiotic components. Yes, I can see the answers over there. Very good, everyone. Very good, Papia, Disha, Shraddha, Gungun, Rishabh, Yatharth, and Yashrat. Very good. So we are clear with this. Let's quickly see how we can frame our answer. And of course, it's for 1 mark. So you can definitely write the definition of it and you will be getting 1 marks. Moving to the next part, the B part of this particular question, we have to represent the diagrammatically the flow of energy in an ecosystem. Super easy, right? We're talking about the flow of energy in an ecosystem. For that, of course, we should have the understanding that what flow of energy we are looking for. We know that there is a flow of energy in our ecosystem because of the food chain, right? In the food chain, we will see that energy will be moving from one tropic level to the another. Now that we have this understanding, let's quickly see how we can draw it and how we can represent it, right? Over here we have the sunlight. Sunlight will be consumed by the plants. They are the producers. They will be taking up the light energy, right? And of course, there will be some loss of heat. They will be again consumed by the herbivores. They'll be using some amount of the energy for their metabolic activities. Then the herbivores will eat them. Then of course, again when we move ahead, we have the carnivores. There'll be the loss of energy. And of course, we have the top carnivores. So over here, as you all are mentioning, it's the 10% law of the energy. Only 10% of the energy will be getting transferred from one tropic level to the another tropic level. Easy, right? It's a very, very easy answer altogether. So focus on that. So we are discussing about the 10% energy law. And this is how you can write this particular answer in your examination. So either energy flow, you can write it as many of you are writing in the chat box, like in a horizontal way, in a line, you can do that. Or if they are asking you to represent the diagrammatic way, you can draw this in particular way, okay? And then you can mention about the 10% law of energy, right? And of course, you'll be getting 1 mark for that. It's really very easy, right? Important thing for us to remember over here is the 10% law of energy. Are we clear with it? Very good, everyone. I can see a lot of answers over there. Very good. Okay. I think the chat is stuck over there on the screen and I can see it from here. Yes. Yeah, it's really very easy, right? Absolutely correct. It's really very easy. Very good, Lavanya, that you got it. Yes, Fatima, it's super easy now. Very good. Let's move to the next question. Over here we have a part of it. The depletion of ozone layer is a matter of concern. Why? Right? So, we know that we have an ozone layer which provides the protection or up to our planet Earth from the UV radiation that comes from the sun. Now, the depletion of ozone is a matter of concern to us. Why? First of all, we know that it provides a protection to us. If the ozone is not there, what will happen? To humans, to animals, to plants, that's what we have to write in the question. First, when you see the question, try to figure out that what the question is asking us to write, right? In an easy way. Now that we are clear with the question, let's quickly discuss it. So let's understand and let's quickly discuss about the effects of the UV radiation on humans. So we have all of this, right? It can cause skin cancer, DNA damage, hair damage, blindness or cataract, aging, and it can weaken our immune system. So over here, you can mention in this particular way that the ozone layer is a shield that actually blocks the harmful UV rays, right, in order to protect all the organisms from the harmful effects. Depletion of ozone can lead to the exposure of the UV rays and can cause severe issues such as like skin cancer, eye cancer in the animals and etc. Right? It's really easy. Lavanya, we are discussing about the ozone layer, which actually protects the earth from the harmful UV rays. Okay, it's a layer that we have around the earth and it is made up of the O3. The formula that we have over here is the O3. So remember that, okay? It protects us and if it's not there, we might get a lot of issues. Easy? So this is how you can write the answer. It's for 1 mark and we'll be getting 1 mark. Very good. I can see a lot of you writing about the CFS. Yes, these chlorofluorocarbons are a very prominent cause that cause the damage to our ozone layer. It causes a depletion of that. Yes. Awesome. Here we go to the B part of the question. What are the causes of ozone depletion? As you all are mentioning, over here we have the causes, right? So we can see the depletion of the ozone layer. We have the release of all of these CFCs, right, over here, and they will be depleting the ozone layer. So we can mention that these are the CFCs which are there in the refrigerator, deodorants and different other materials. We can mention that, and it will be causing the depletion of the ozone. It will be breaking the O3 to the O2. So if there's a breakage, right, it will be causing the depletion of the ozone. Simple. Are we clear with this? And this is important. If the ozone layer is not there, of course, it will be getting thinner and thinner. What will happen? It will be creating a hole, which many scientists believe it's happening. So we have to be very careful about our environment, and we should be protecting our environment. Right, everyone? Chlorofluorocarbons. Fatima, the chlorofluorocarbons. Yes, crystal clear, awesome. Let's see how we can write this. Over here we have this, and of course it's for 1 mark. Moving to the next question, everyone. Very important next question and super easy. I don't have to tell you that is the easiest question that we can get in our 10th class in the question paper, and that is the difference between a food chain and a food web. It's a Kaju Katli question. All the sweets we can have, we can put the name over here, right? Food chain and food web. It's super easy. When we talk about the food chain, we know that it's a linear sequence, right? Over here, the series of organisms feeding on one another makes the food chain, right? The linear sequence, and of course over here we'll see the transfer of the energy in mass, right over here, energy, of course one is consuming the other animal. It's a unidirectional, whereas when we talk about a food web, there could be 3 or 4 food chain interconnected to it, and we call it as the food web. We'll focus on the word web, right, and of course from there we can easily conclude what the question is asking. It's a cake question, yeah, can be. A system of a food chain that are related to the dependent, where we have various food chains that are interdependent or dependent on each other, is called as a food web. And this is how you can write in the examination over here. Unidirectional, right? We can mention that. Connection we can mention over here. The network showing interrelation of various food chain is called as a food web. And the sequence of the transfer of matter and energy in the form of food from organism to organism is the food chain. Super easy. Yes. And you will be getting 2 marks from it. Easy, right? This is super easy. Awesome. Now that we are done with this question, let's move to the next easy question we have over here. Right, so over here we have a very interesting question. What are the advantages of carrying a cloth bag over plastic bag during the shopping? Yesterday we saw that video, right? It's a very easy thing. I'm sure that you do that when you go out with your parents. Your parents are doing this. So why do you think it's important, right? Or the question can come in your examination in a way that how cloth bags are a better alternative to the plastic bag during the shopping. And it's a very easy thing, right? We can, first of all, cotton bags, right? The cloth bags are sustainable. We can reuse them again and again and again, right? And even if they're just thrown out, we can either use them in some different way. Reuse can be easily possible. And of course, they are biodegradable, right? We have cotton, which is there. So that's how we can go about it and write it. Whereas we know that plastic is non-biodegradable. It will take ages to break. So of course, we should prefer the use of cloth bag as compared to the plastic. We should definitely reduce the usage of the plastics. And as you know that if you look at our surrounding, if you go out for shopping, you must have seen that various companies have actually switched from the plastic to the cloth bag or to the paper bag. The best way, as being the customer, we should always carry a cloth bag with us so that we don't have to buy the paper bag also, right? So that's a good thing that we all can do from our side. And this is how you can frame the answer in your examination. It looks like the lengthier version. Definitely you can break it down into the points, and I would encourage you to write your answer in the points. So over here we have this information. You can break it down, talking about that they are biodegradable, they can be easily decomposed by the microbes, they can be easily reused further, right? And they are good for the environment. So that's how 4 important points, and you can write in this particular way, and you will be getting 2 marks. Easy, right? I can see lots of answer. Very good, Ananya, Disha. Yes. Very good, Yashrat, Fatima. Vartika, yes. I can see the thumbs up now. Bhagya, Fenil, Divya, Deepak, Shraddha, yes, Papya. Very good. Now let's move to the next question, everyone. Very quickly, we have a very interesting question. Now, this question is a bit more trickier. So there's a passage and we have to read the passage and then we have to answer the particular question. So let's quickly read the passage. Your mother had always thought that vegetables are healthy for everyone. One day she read in the newspaper that vegetables grown using chemicals such as fertilizer and pesticides have been found to contain a certain level of chemicals in them, right? She got worried at these chemicals are injurious to our health. A part of the question says that, how would you explain to your mother about the vegetable containing the chemicals? What do you think about it? Very easy question, right? Hi Vidushi, biomagnification, very good. Very good Raza, very good Nikhil, Bandana, Sia, Vartika. Yes. Awesome, so we have the answer with us, right? So of course in this particular question we are discussing about the biomagnification, right? Or the biological magnification. So if a farmer is using the pesticides, right? They can easily seep into the soil and the plants can be easily absorbing those harmful chemicals. And of course, once a plant will be absorbing them, it will be leading to the accumulation of these toxins inside them. And if we eat those plants, of course, we will be getting those toxins in our body, right? So over here we'll be mentioning about the agriculture, right? We can mention about the accumulation of these chemicals, how these chemicals and fertilizer can cause harm to the humans, right? We can add that point particular over here and this is how you can write the answer. And that's how you'll get the marks. 1 mark, easy question. Very good. The B part of the question is, it is said that when a harmful pesticides enter our body, as well as the body of the other organism, they will be getting accumulated. And beyond a certain limit, beyond a limited cause, damage to our organs. Name the phenomena and write about it. So, of course, as we all are aware, that the phenomena that we are talking about is the biological magnification and it will be increasing. We will see the concentration of the toxin will be increasing as we'll be moving from the low to the high in the food chain. So, if a plant has a small amount of it, as the plants will be consumed by the herbivores, they'll have more amount of the toxin. When the herbivores are consumed by the carnivores, they'll have more of it. Because the mass of their body is increasing, right? Basically, they have more number of cells. So, this toxin is getting accumulated in the body, right? So, that's how we can say that there will be the increase in the concentration of the toxin in the food chain. We have producers, primary consumer, secondary consumer, and the tertiary consumer. And we call this phenomena as the biological magnification. Super easy, right? Yes. This is how you can write the answer. It's really very easy. We just have to understand that it is getting accumulated, right? More and more from the producers to the higher organism, which are the consumers, right? As the size of the organism will be increasing, there will be more accumulation of these toxins inside their body. Very good. Over here, if you want to frame your answer, you can definitely mention about the DTT, right? You can write about that so that the examiner have a clear understanding and you're giving an example also. So this phenomena, of course, is called as the biological magnification and you can write the definition of it, that it is an increase in the concentration of toxin getting accumulated in the organism as it goes up in the tropic level. Yes? Good evening, Vani. Good evening, Aishwarya. Yes. Right, everyone, are we clear? Very good, Bandana. Yes, it depends on the size of the organism. Very good. So, you will be getting 2 marks for this particular question. Right, so these are the case-based studies and of course, we have in that other types of questions also. Very good. Moving to the next question. Okay, look at the question, right? Again, a long question where we have to read the whole passage. Okay. So over here we have a very interesting question. Human body is made of 5 components. Super easy question, everyone. I'm telling you the question looks really very difficult. You'll be like, why we have to study this question? But the answer is really very easy. So our body is made up of 5 components, of which water is main component, right? Food as well as the potable water are essential for every human being. Food is obtained from the plants through agriculture. Pesticides are being extensively used for higher yield of the field. These pesticides are absorbed by the plants from the soil with water and minerals, and from the water bodies. Also, these pesticides will be entering into the aquatic animals and plants. These chemicals are not biodegradable and they will be getting accumulated at the each tropic level. The maximum concentration, this is important, the maximum concentration of these chemicals will be getting accumulated in the body and greatly affect the health of the mind and the body. Easy, right? I'm sure you have the answer with you already. Over here the question is, okay, let me just move over here, right? We can see this. What is the maximum concentration of pesticide found in the human being? Super easy, right? Why we have to answer that? Why? In humans we have the highest accumulation. Yes, because we are the top carnivores, we are on the there. If in a food chain, if we talk about in a simple food chain, if we are there, of course, we will be getting, right? We are the tertiary consumer and we will have a largest amount of the accumulation of the toxins. Yes, absolutely correct. So we can frame our answer in a way that the concentration of pesticide will increase at each tropic level of the food chains, and humans lies at the topmost tropic level in few of the food chains. Specifically, if we talk about in a way, when we are consuming a fish or any organism from the sea, right? So we have the maximum concentration of pesticides that can be found in the body. And over here, this question will give us 1 mark. Very good, Ananya. Yes, very good, Vani, Ashwarya, Deepak. Yes, absolutely correct. We are at the highest levels and that's a main important reason for that. B part of the question, give one method which could be applied to reduce our intake of pesticide through food to some extent. What we can do to reduce this? Yes? Tell me. What we can do? Easy, it's a very easy method. We'll give one method that could actually help us to reduce our intake of pesticide through food for some extent. Spray less of the pesticides, use of the, organic farming. Absolutely correct. You can frame our answer in this way. We should encourage the farmer to stop, or to reduce the use of the pesticide and fertilizer and shift to the organic farming, right? Use of the natural manure or the biofertilizers, right, that we have in the market. And of course, this can significantly reduce the concentration of the pesticides that we have in the food chain. Now, you as an individual, definitely what we can do, we can wash our vegetables, we can wash our fruits and then we consume them. But if you are a farmer, right, we can definitely reduce the amount of fertilizers and the pesticides. It's okay. Saif, welcome to the class. You can go back again and watch the video. Yes, everyone. So we are clear with this, right? Very easy question. And we will be getting 1 mark for this. It's a big question, right? It's a case study type of question. And we have the last part of the question, which is, what are the tropic level? Easy, right? Again, what are the tropic level? We have the understanding about that. In the tropic level, we'll have a producer, a primary consumer, secondary consumer, and tertiary consumer. But how would you define a tropic level? Yes, everyone? In the chat, come on. How will you define the tropic level? No, chemicals don't go away by just washing, right? We can add them into the salt water for some time. It will reduce a bit of the tox, at least on the surface if we have any. Internally, of course, we can't do anything. Yes, absolutely correct. Every step in the food chain or the tropic level is a particular level of the position of an organism in a food chain, right? So we have producers, they are at the first tropic level. We have secondary tropic level, right, which are the herbivores, we can say, in this particular case. We have the secondary consumer, frog over here. And then, of course, we have the fish, fourth tropic level. Easy? So the tropic level is a particular level or a position of an organism in the food chain. Easy step we can mention about a food chain. You can draw the food chain in the examination. And that will be good enough, right? You can mention about the first, second, and the other tropic levels. This is the definition of it, and it's for 1 mark, so you will be getting 1 mark. It was a very easy question. I'm sure all of you got this. Moving to the last question of this particular case study, not the last question of our session, but over here we have, where are the humans placed in the tropic level? Or the other question can be asked that what role do humans play in these tropic level? Now, of course, we know that it's basically a repetition of the similar question that we have earlier, that humans are the tertiary consumer, and over there they are the, we can say that in a particular, very, on a vast food chains, we are the, right, we are there on the top of the tropic level, right, over here in the case. We have producers, primary producers, secondary consumers, and of course we have the tertiary consumers, and over here we have the humans. Yes, it is such an easy question, right? Humans are placed at the top of the majority of the tropic level. For 1 marks, and here we go. It was a very easy question, right? Top carnivores in food chain, yeah, though we are the omnivores, but yeah, we have that. Amazing, everyone. Oh, super amazing. Moving to the next question. Fennel, hope we would do that one day, right? Maybe we'll invent something which is not so harmful for our environment. Okay. So everyone, let's move ahead to the next question. We have over here, now this is a very easy question. I'm sure you can easily answer this particular question. So students in our school listened to a news in the morning assembly about the mountain of the garbage in the Delhi. Delhi suddenly exploded, and various vehicles got buried under it, right? Several people were injured and there was traffic jam all around it. In the brainstorming session, right, the teacher also discussed what the students can do, and finally they arrive on 2 important points. One of the self-management of the garbage, right, and the other, of course, is that, to generate less garbage. Of course, the answers are over here. What we can do? We have to suggest 2 measures to manage the garbage we produce. Of course, we know already we can definitely reuse various stuff, right? We can reuse and definitely recycle. Recycling actually help us in, using the things that are not good at our use. They can actually get recycled and can be reused, can be used again. We recycle paper, plastics. Over here we have metals. From food we can make the manure, right? So reuse and recycle. So these two are the important points. You can easily mention them. You can explain them a bit, right? If the question is for 2 marks, a little bit of explanation would require that how would you reuse. So you can mention about reuse of the glass jam bottles to store pickles, etc. That's the first part of the question. You will get 2 marks for that. Second part of the question, that as an individual, what you can do to generate, right, the least amount of waste. What you and I can do. Yes? As a student, I'm sure when I was a small kid, when we used to have these classes about the environment, I used to feel that, see, we cannot just go and do some big thing. We are in school, right? We will not be able to contribute majorly, right? But as a student, what we can do is important, right? For example, you have few things with you, right? Use of cloth bags, saying no to plastics, then carrying the water bottle with you when you're going out. Metal straw, if you're going out to a restaurant, you can definitely carry a metal straw with you. It can be easily washed at home. We can use a cloth bag, right? We can use the steel cutlery. If you're going out, we can definitely have it. We can easily wash it with the water, or we can clean it with the paper also, and we can come back and wash it properly. So these are the things that you and I can do as an individual, so that we are protecting our environment, right? Easy things. Here we go. So this is how we can write. First, we can reduce the use of the plastics, and of course, we can use the metal straw. You can mention these points and you will be getting 2 marks for that. This is such an easy answer, right, altogether. So landfills are there in various cities, right? I would not say that it is formed on the landfills. That cannot be the case. It's basically a land. But we have the landfills, right? Big landfills that actually in the different cities altogether. So landfills will be, will be having those waste that cannot be burned, right, and cannot be destroyed in a way. So they will be adding into they'll be digging a big hole, right, and then of course they'll be adding the waste into it, and it will be covering it. And slowly the degradation process will start. Yes. Nice. Moving to the next question, everyone. It was a very easy peasy question, right? Yes, over here we have. So Ditya wants to lead a zero waste lifestyle. Suggest her 4 daily life activities to adapt, which are eco-friendly. Super easy, right? Again. What do you think? When you and I are there again, what are the activities that you and I can try to have zero waste, right? Yes, come on everyone, I want to see the answers in the chat box. So we are talking about the zero waste, right? There's no generation of the waste in that way. Use of cloth bags, recycle, yes, that's very good. We can reduce, reuse and recycle, yes. Then of course we can carry our own tiffin box, steel cutleries, our own water bottle, right? Use of bamboo toothbrush, they're definitely better than the plastic ones, right? So here we have few. So we can carry our own lunch box to avoid the package, right, from the canteen or from the different, we have packaging material. We can carry our, water bottles and the metallic straws that we have with us. So we can definitely reduce the disposal of the plastic bottles. Reuse of previous year notebooks. We can easily do it for the rough work, right? We can easily give them for the recycling. Then we can buy refills. This is important. This is for all of us, right? I know that when we are, when we go out to shop for a pen in the market, of course, we'll see good. Every month, I'm sure we have, different types of designs of pen. We'll say, oh, it's very fast. It has amazing grip. You can write in the way. It has beautiful colors, right? It stays for a very long time. So, but just imagine if you're going each and every time and buying a new pen. Of course, we are investing, we are actually buying a new plastic each and every time, right? So that's not eco-friendly. So we can buy a good pen at once, and then after some time, we can actually use a different refills to refill the pen, and we can always use them, right? That's a good way to do it. Refuse, reduce, recycle, reuse, and upcycle. Very good, Ashwarya. Very good, Gungun, if you follow the 4th point. Right, so we have these 4 points for 4 marks. Yes, and with this, everyone, we are actually done with today's session. It was a very amazing session, right? And over here we have the homework. Now, the homework for this particular chapter are really very easy because it's super easy. How does ozone act as a sunscreen for our Earth? We apply sunscreen. So, how the ozone is acting as a sunscreen? What we can do to prevent the ozone depletion? 2 marks question. Very simple answer. I want majority of you to write the answer in the chat box. Come on, not in the chat box, in the comment section after the session. Everyone, these questions will help you to design your answer. I know that you have the understanding over here in your mind, right? But how you will be writing in the examination, right? So try it out. I want to see the answers in the comment section below after the video, right? It will be great to see your answer. You will actually know that how to frame your answer. Yes? Amazing. And over here we have the next question. We have to differentiate between the consumers and the decomposers. Very easy. Very good. Yes. And we'll be meeting next time, everyone. So what we have for 10th class when we are meeting again, we will have complete term 2 biology in one go. Interesting session, right? We'll be meeting on 22nd Feb at 7 p.m. I'll be waiting for you over there. I would request all of you to be prepared, right? We have 3 chapters. We have how do organisms reproduce, genetics and our environment. So I want all of you to read through the books, go through your notes, go through the sessions that we had, right? And prepare yourself. Because we'll be having an amazing session. I'll be asking a lot of questions. So you should be prepared for that. We got you covered for sure, right? We have amazing sessions up for you. And after this class, you can click on the link which is there in the description box below and you can try the free class. On that note, everyone, I'll say bye-bye. Yes, I hope that you've enjoyed the session and I hope that you have taken notes, right? Yes? Me too, Gungun. I'm really very excited. We'll be learning all the 3 chapters of bio in one go. It will be super interesting and super fun, right? So we'll see, right? Amazing, everyone. So on that note, take care of yourself. Lots of love from my side. I'll be seeing you the next week. Take care. Bye-bye, everyone.